Well, it's February and clearly we at Tech Today are in the mood for an adventure. That's why we have the new Mahindra Thar on the show. Now, the old one as an NFT featured on the show and you loved it, but this one is now a social media sensation yet again. Why so? Why do all your favorite creators drive this car? Well, that's just one thing we're doing on the show. Apart from that, we want to find out what Amazon is doing in the skies. You have to stay tuned for this exclusive. And what is Samsung doing this month that we are going to unpack on Tech Today? All that and a lot more. I'm your host, Aayush Ailawadi, and this is going to be an action-packed episode. Well, February is a big month for tech. Apple enthusiasts will wait for the end of the year. But a big rival to Apple is Samsung, and they do things differently. They do one event for their foldables, which is closer towards the Apple event when the big iPhone is launched. And then on February 1st is Galaxy Unpacked. A lot of you all have been writing in asking us which flagship phone should I buy in February. Of course, there's Mobile World Congress coming as well, and there's a bunch of other launches. But Samsung Galaxy Unpacked is as big as it gets. What can we expect? Look, I'm not entirely sure, but I think Nabila is. So what I'm going to do is get to our special segment while Nabila brings you up to speed.
Samsung is all set to have its big Galaxy Unpacked event of 2023 on February 1st. And as always, right here on Tech Today, we bring to you all the exclusives. And let me tell you, the rumor mills have been a buzz for the last 3 weeks. So let's have a quick look on what to expect. Samsung is expected to launch its flagship Galaxy S23 series at this event, and following tradition, the company will launch 3 phones, including its ultimate flagship, the Galaxy S23 Ultra. The lineup will also include the Galaxy S23 and Galaxy S23 Plus. The S23 Ultra may have 4 color variants: Cotton Flower, Phantom Black, Botanic Green and Misty Lilac. The rear panel will continue to feature a unibody design with cutouts for 4 cameras. Filings data suggests an S Pen is also coming with the S23 Ultra variant. Apart from this, the S23 series is also expected to have a rear camera system that may be headlined by a 200 megapixel sensor. The phone may also come with an E6 AMOLED display, which we showed you last week on the iQOO 5G. Samsung is also likely to come up with its storage technology, the UFS 4.0, which allows you to open up several apps on your phone quite seamlessly and also load images into your gallery swiftly. The 3 phones will also be powered by the all-new Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, which, judging by our review of the iQOO means lightning fast speeds and Geekbench scores. But wait, there could be a one more thing moment at the Galaxy Unpacked event, just like how Apple does it, keeping the best for the last. What is this? An announcement for new headphones or maybe a new laptop to rival the MacBook? Well, you've got to wait and watch. And in the meanwhile, stay tuned to Tech Today and wait until the launch day to know. Well, what do we have there? Aayush, what car are you driving? MKBHD, Unbox Therapy, Jerry and Super Saf, all of them make great tech content and all of them drive electric vehicles. So why isn't our network's resident tech geek and EV reviewer not driving an electric vehicle as yet, huh?
That's right. Look, if you look at YouTubers all around the world, yes, they're driving their favorite EVs. Most of them drive a Tesla Model 3. But if you look at YouTubers and content creators here in India, it happens to be a made-in-India Mahindra Thar. Now, the Mahindra Thar is a very popular car and has been since its launch during the pandemic, but that was the 4x4 version. We've seen it for the past couple of years. Now Mahindra, to really compete with the Jimny, maybe a couple of days before the Jimny launch, but I'm not saying anything, have come out with the 2-wheel drive, which we have on the show. A very good-looking car, great colors. This is the petrol automatic, but it becomes a lot more affordable. So if the 1 million plus YouTubers and Instagrammers were using the 4x4, maybe some of us could use the two-wheel drive. But what makes it so special is what I'm trying to figure out. Why does all of young India really want a Thar? What's so fascinating about this vehicle? And then we'll also tell you a little bit about the drive quality. But most importantly, is this a car or is this an emotion? Well, the one thing that the Thar does do is attract a lot of eyeballs. And clearly, boys, what's up? Hi, how's it going? All good? What do you guys do in college?
Yeah, we're in engineering college.
So there you go. Lottery jackpot on tech today. We found fellow tech geeks, right? I am not here to talk to you about the latest iPhone or the metaverse. What I want to talk to you about is you all were checking out this car.
Yeah.
Is it because you see it so much on Instagram and maybe also so much more on YouTube? Why so?
Basically, I like cars, and in general, Thar is like one of my favorite cars.
Why is it your favorite car?
It just looks so cool, and yeah, the features and everything.
When you're purchasing a car or your next car, what are the first 2 or 3 parameters that you have in mind, and would a car like this be practical for you?
This car would be practical if I have, if there is only husband and wife, as in there are only 2 of us. If I have a family, it's not practical for me to buy this car because it's not a family car basically. It's a youthful car as per my perspective. So regarding where Thar is concerned, the looks is amazing. I don't see any features involved in it. It's a very raw car basically for me. I am more into features, and at the same time I would like to buy a car which has a lot of space in it. Thar doesn't have space where family is concerned.
They are practically coming out with a 5-door version, but again, features-wise, I don't know about that.
I would love to see that. If they come a 5-door, then I would really barge on that and buy that.
Thanks so much for joining us. Cheers. Take care. See you. So, maybe not practical. Look, we get all sorts of views. On Tech Today, we do dispassionate reporting. Maybe there's a lot of people who find it really cool, but someone who wants a family car might not think it's the most pragmatic option. So clearly, there is an Instagram effect with the Mahindra Thar, and we have more bystanders checking out the car. Guys, so what do? You guys are in college?
Yeah, I'm in the TSEC college, engineering.
Nice, nice. All of you all are in engineering college, essentially?
Yeah.
No.
What about you?
Psychology.
Awesome. So now we need to start off with the lady studying psychology. Tell me something. Is it because a lot of us keep swiping up on Instagram Reels or on YouTube Shorts and we see so many people driving this car, especially influencers? Does that play, you think, from your initial research, play some sort of a part with someone's psyche?
Definitely does, na, because the more you see one thing over and over again, the more it stays in your mind, and eventually you like it more.
I say if the shed comes off and the look gets more good, so the girls would like it, I guess. So it will be better for us.
What if this was an EV? Would it become a lot more attractive to you as a millennial, a Bombay boy?
Yeah, definitely. I love EVs and just the power that they give in the 0 to 60 in 3 seconds or 4 seconds. I love that stuff.
We also have him with a wearable, so you know this is a tech geek. Well, that's a Samsung Galaxy Watch 5.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I like it, I love it. It tracks all my activities and stuff.
We'll save that conversation for another day. Good seeing you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, we've seen all sorts of people giving you all sorts of perspectives. That is the beauty about, if you are asking me why I didn't drive an EV today, I love driving the EVs on the show. We had so many through the course of the year in the Auto Expo, all from the Tesla to the Mercedes and whatnot. But when this car became an NFT and we took it out for a Tech Today shoot, we'd get maybe 10 eyeballs on a normal EV shoot. With this, including the authorities, we got maybe 100 more. That is the beauty. This, like I said, is not just a car, it's an emotion, and you don't need to be a tech geek to enjoy the beauty that is the Mahindra Thar. Well, all I can say is, we all deserve a break, especially on an adventure. And I'm at the iconic Bade Mia here in Mumbai. That's going to be my pit stop. But the first half of the show was all about this particular adventure. The second half of the show, we will be revealing a Tech Today trade secret. I'm sat atop the Mahindra Thar. But I have a feeling that no matter what we told you about this in the first half of the show, and as much of an eyeball-grabbing vehicle this is, it's not going to be able to take me to my next location, at least in time. It might be a great adventure trip, but we have to go far, far away, and I have a feeling we need to use the air, or shall I say the cloud. I'll tell you what, we can't do it in this car clearly, and we need to get you there instantaneously. For that, we'll have to do it truly Tech Today style. If you've been wondering how we teleport ourselves on Tech Today to different locations across the world, maybe this is the answer. No, the network didn't give me a private jet. Not yet. I think that is a pipe dream, but this is most likely how your next Prime delivery on Amazon will make its way to you from another city on this particular aircraft. One of the two Boeing 737-800s on the fleet for Prime Air. It has launched in India. Monumental moment, but how's it going to work? So many questions about what their plans are like in India. Let's get started. What was the rationale to bring this to India in 2023, Sarah?
Well, great question. First of all, a big goal that we as a company have is taking care of our customers, and we start with our customer and work backwards from our customer. And our customers love fast service. So to help ensure that fast service, what better way to do that than adding aircraft to the network at a time when it's most needed?
Sarah, but what's interesting is that, you know, we have all sorts of fulfillment centers. We visited same-day delivery centers in the US as well. This seems to be a little bit of a game changer, and I feel like now you don't have to rely on other courier companies, because this is literally Amazon putting their planes in the air. How do you guys determine what kind of parcels would go in this particular aircraft as opposed to a traditional form of delivery? Is it some particular items? Because I know when we were in the US looking at some of your drone deliveries, there were particular parcels based on the size of the drone. What's the entire, you know, rationale with the Prime Air aircraft?
Typically, it'll be the more unique items that our customers order, because for the more common items, we usually have those items placed near our customers, and so they can typically be delivered to our customers via ground transportation. But because we don't have every single item in every fulfillment center that we have, in order to get an item to a Prime customer within 2 days, we would typically need to put it onto an aircraft. So really, that's the intent of these aircraft, is to help move some of that unique inventory and still get it to our customers within 2 days.
When we're looking at what's happening in the tech world at large, it is a tech winter, so to speak, when the eye of the storm when it comes to, you know, people getting laid off in the tech world. Now that you've been here on this side of the fence, how do you see the next few months panning out? How can we really weather the storm in the tech community?
Yeah. Well, I'm still really excited about the future. You know, companies are always kind of reassessing what programs should be invested, maybe some areas that need to be adjusted, and so there's still all sorts of potential and opportunity out there globally, and I'm really excited about that. And I think today's launch here in India is just an indicator.
Today we're going to geek out in the last question, and you're just going to tell us a little bit more about the aircraft, because there's a lot of aviation geeks that watch the show as well.
Right.
What's this Boeing 737 all about? Has it been customized in any particular way from your experience?
Well, this is a converted Boeing 737-800. Right. So this is a former passenger aircraft that's been converted to cargo. It, like I mentioned, will carry about 20,000 packages, or has about 185 cubic meters of capacity for the aviation geeks out there, so to speak. It has a really great history of reliability, which is another great reason we went with the 737-800. You can see the winglets on the aircraft as well. That adds about 4% fuel efficiency. Right. So that's a good thing from a fuel efficiency perspective. So yeah, those are some basics, and there'll be 2 of these in the network. Big plans, big aircraft. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us on Tech Today. And we hope the next time we meet, maybe it's in one of these aircrafts. You never know. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cheers. You pull out your smartphone from your pocket and there's so many distractions, notifications from WhatsApp, Instagram, your dating apps. But then you can also use this technology to make your life a whole lot easier and better. Think of the grocery shopping experiences we used to have early on, when we had to run to the sabzi mandi and pick up something last minute when something had to be cooked or it was an emergency supply needed. Now, especially post the pandemic, a lot of these companies are promising you your groceries in record time, 25 minutes. That is absolutely mind-blowing. But is that a gimmick? Is that something that can change your lives? Rachna brings you this exclusive Tech Today report.
I was just trying to order some snacks for all of us here at the office. So I've decided to use one of the e-grocery apps. But there are way too many options, not just with snacks, but also these apps that are available. Some offer great discounts, whereas some offer faster deliveries. But why am I telling you all this? Let me just show you how this goes. So I'm going to try and order some healthy snacks. So I get some strawberries and maybe some potato chips to maintain the balance of the world. Something healthy and something not. So first up is Zepto. I'm going to add some strawberries and some chips. Then on to Blinkit. Add to cart. And now Swiggy Instamart. Payment. And that's it. Now the wait begins. Who among these three is going to get me my snacks faster and at a better discount? We will do a test after this. So there we have it. All our orders from 3 grocery apps that we use to order our snacks from have arrived. The fastest one, hold your breath and drum roll please, was Zepto. The order arrived in under 6 minutes. It was followed by Blinkit, which came in 8 minutes, and then there was Swiggy Instamart that delivered our order in 14 minutes. What is interesting is that Zepto and Blinkit take 0 delivery charges, whereas Swiggy, if your order value is less than 149 rupees, you will have to shell out additional 35 rupees for instant delivery charges. But if it's more than 149, the delivery charges still remain. It's not free like the other two. If your order value is above 149, Swiggy will still charge you instant delivery charges of up to ₹15. So the race is clearly won by Zepto. But I'm not the only one wondering here that this can't be a fair parameter to judge. I mean, they can have their dark stores anywhere in the city. So let's take you and see how these deliveries reached my doorstep.
And so we got right to it. We began by mapping these dark stores and their distance to our delivery location, which happens to be our office. In all fairness, our office is located in the heart of Mumbai city and is extremely accessible, and so the situation may differ in other cases. From our office, Zepto and Swiggy's dark stores are located about 1.3 kilometers away, and the Blinkit dark store is a little under 2 kilometers away.
या 2-3 किलोमीटर के अंदर भरे में हमको दिया जाता है साइकिल से. अगर बाइक, हम ये देख सकते हैं बाइक है, अगर ये बाइक ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं तो इसमें जो है कि 4-5 किलोमीटर यानी 9 किलोमीटर के भी दायरे पे हमें भेजा जा सकता है.
विद इन 1 मिनट और 2 मिनट जितना भी ऑर्डर होगा, क्वांटिटी वाइज 10 क्वांटिटी 20 क्वांटिटी, उनको 2 मिनट के अंदर वो ऑर्डर कंप्लीट करके पैक करके ये जो पिजन होल आप देख रहे उसमें रखना होता है. फिर उसके बाद विद इन सेकेंड हाफ 2 मिनट के बाद राइडर आ जाते हैं, राइडर को ऑर्डर असाइन हो जाता है, राइडर आते हैं, उनका 12 डिजिट का ऑर्डर नंबर होता है जिसमें से वो लास्ट के 4 डिजिट बताते हैं, 6 डिजिट बताते हैं. हम ऑर्डर कंफर्म करते हैं, पूरा नंबर वगैरह प्रॉपर देखते हैं और राइडर को दे देते हैं.
दोनों काम करते हैं मैम. उसका टाइम 2 बजे से 10:30 बजे तक है, इसका 7 बजे से 5 बजे तक है.
So based on Tech Today's research, it's the new kid on the block that's giving established companies a run for their money. Zepto, which has been around for a little more than a year, is beating Instamart, backed by Swiggy, and Blinkit, which is a part of Zomato. Of course, the well-funded startup Zepto is for now charging lesser for deliveries, giving faster speeds, and is expanding to other categories beyond just groceries. Of course, this was Tech Today's research, but we'd love to know what is your favorite amongst all of these apps. Do write into us on Tech Today.
Well, what an adventure it's been putting this episode of Tech Today together. Of course, the Mahindra Thar helped, and Amazon's new jets in the sky, Boeing 737-800s, 2 of them exclusively on Tech Today, will now soon deliver your packages to you. If you've enjoyed the episode, do let us know in the comment section below. Do write to us on our socials and visit the Tech Today website. Until next week, when we're in a sort of an unpacked mood, we will get back to you. This is your host Aayush Ailawadi saying adios.